Oh, okay, we got something going on now.
What's going on?
Caught our man, sir. Red-handed, literally.
Really?
What's happening? Is that Mr. Gruel?
Evil devil, Morgan Mankell caught him this very day. He tried to nab Spivey, the pub cat.
Thanks.
Mr. Gruel is behind the catnappings?
I did phone that in before. They didn't believe me.
Edmund Gruel, I'm arresting you for the torture and murder of several domestic animals. You have the right to remain silent.
Jemima!
I wish you would.
Jemima!
Take him away.
Jemima!
Wow, they burned her, huh? Harsh. Harsh. Hey, Stick. No, it was Jemima, the doll. And/or plaything. The cat gets to watch it burn. Do justice. So, did we ever find out if Mr. Tibbs was like a devil cat or brought back from the dead or something?
Do I sense a promotion, Detective Rules?
No, not while we have a body on slab.
Any leads?
Nothing. Nothing at all. We have no weapon, no motive, no suspect.
Could he have fallen from the Martello Tower?
It's a possibility. There is one strange thing.
Go on, Detective.
Footprints. Hardacre left a clear line of prints all the way to the scene. But
What? What's wrong?
they were the only ones. No one else entered those rocks.
No one living, anyway.
What do you mean?
Just a theory. There's something I must do.
Care to explain, by any chance?
Something I must find and return. Or I'm afraid
Afraid of what? Another murder?
I've got to get to the rocks. Can I pass?
If you can stop this, Danvers, we'd better get going.
How is who discovered the body and how? Because those are just details no one cares about. To the rocks. We find something? A footprint. Take a photo of that. Could that be photo 24?
That's not right.
Oh, or not. Can we write it down?
That's not right.
You want to draw a sketch of the footprint?
That's not right.
Well, I'm not going to get a tape recording of the footprint. Okay, so we got a sand footprint. Okay. This is the same hotspot? Yeah. Hotspots are massive. Oh, so there are gonna be multiple sand footprints, huh? Meanwhile, we're like walking all over it, contaminating the scene. So multiple sand footprints. Huh? Oh wait, so that one has circular prints. What about the first one? Do we even think it's the same shoe? It looks that way, maybe. Atnix! Thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the Lost Crown. Oh, good going, Atnix. Atnix. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you, Aardvark. Just about to do that. Thank you. Phantom Doctrine. Oh, what kind of game is that? American Andrew. Ooh, got many footprints now. Okay, so these are different. We got different prints here. Still nothing we can take a photo of, though.
That's not right. The rocks have been weathered into curious shapes.
Have they now? Okay, looking this great.
Ugh! Air smells rank, like rotten flesh.
Still the same photo was there? Yeah.
Who would do this?
You would. You would do this, sir. So every screen there can be some prints. Okay, so this is yet now a third set of footprints. Kind of has a sharp toe there. Am I? Yeah, we don't have anything for this. Unless you want me to pour some gasoline on here, which I'm happy to do, but
That's not right.
I wouldn't think so. Well, it doesn't look like this one has anything, actually. Wow, more sets, different sets of prints. It's probably gonna be the close-up of what we already picked up. Oh, someone was barefoot. All right. Still can't take photos of this though.
That's not right.
Okay. Oh. So we can't look in there? Alright. Fine, fine. Oh, you cheesed the hell out of Phantom Blackman. Hey, how's it going, VPN? Welcome to day 5, our final day. Okay. So we're probably missing whatever item we need to be using on these footprints here. Do we ring the
A
bell?
rusting bell tower has been built onto the rocks.
No, we don't have the
A
ability.
rustic.
Yeah, we don't have the ability to use that anymore. What a shame. What a shame. Alright, we got prints all over the place. Here we got bare feet again. I feel like they reused that same set of prints from a different scene. Yeah. Okay, so now we've looped. Maybe I missed prints here as well. Apparently so. Yep. Oh, there are a bunch of them. Yeah, so the sharp one. The bare feet. There's all sorts of skirring about. But again, some of these might even be from the police who investigated the scene. I mean, how do you not contaminate it, you know? And the rain probably has an effect too. Okay, we can miss what we've seen there before. That counts. That's the same. There was one direction we didn't go. I think. Oh, is this a dead end? Where was the spot where we went with the, there's a spot where we went where the sound of the caves through them. I think it was up here to the left, wasn't it? Oh, to the right. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Is this where the death occurred, the murder occurred, or close to it? Ah, here we go. Let me get some exhibits. Exhibit B, his hat. But Exhibit A, okay, the boots. These are the boots he was wearing? Alright, so the little clovers in the middle. See, I want to take a photo of this, can I? Oh, yes, I can. Oh, we got a photo. So now I can use the photo to cross-reference it to all the tracks. Gotcha. gotcha. There's no Exhibit C? What about his jacket and whatnot? Sir?
I've got to get to the rocks. Can I pass?
Move along, Mr. Danvers.
Yeah, you should have thought about asking Mr. Detective Rubens for special permission. As it is, you failed in that regard. Alright, so now we have to look at all the print scenes again. Oh, that's a problem, though. There is no narrator. That's our protagonist. And also the designer of the game. But yes, definitely low budget because it's like a one-man affair mostly. Alright, it's not. I mean, I didn't need.
It's not right.
Okay, so there's no point in doing it when we know it's not right. Fair enough. I just wanted to see what would happen. Alright, so I don't remember which print was at which scene, so we do have to look at them again. Exactly, Bill. Harsher terms than the police were willing to use, but yes, you got the gist. Alright, what about all the scurrying? That was on this scene, right? I'm curious to see if we can locate someone here. Yep, lost your traps.
That's not right.
It's not right with all the scurrying about. There probably is only actually one scene, one set of tracks where we saw this. Probably. Not here. Oh, we did go to the left. Okay, we did do that. Okay, no, that was the same one as before. Alright, now, I guess this is all the same tracks. Say, Nick, thanks very much for the raid. Welcome, raiders. How's Maniac Mansion going, Nick?
That's not right.
Welcome to the Lost Crown. We're on day 5, the 5th and final day. A murder most foul has occurred. Our dearly beloved, by which I mean to say not our dearly beloved, Professor Hardacre was brutally murdered. Oh, you finished it. Oh, congrats. And you did it with the with Sid and Michael. Those were your characters. Your save didn't save. Oh no. Unfortunately, it doesn't take too long to redo it from there. No, why did I even bother doing that?
That's not.
I know it's not right. Okay. Have we? Yeah, let's go to first. Carmilla Script, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. For everyone coming in from Nick's channel, this is the Adventure Quest. We're trying to play every adventure game ever. And Lost Crown is our 300th game. Oh, this screen there wasn't it. Okay. This one didn't have any tracks. Man-eating plant ending. Yeah, don't know if I'm familiar with that ending. Maybe it's the barefoot trip. Actually, I am curious to. Can you? Probably not, but can you do the compare shoe size? Foot size?
That's not.
No. Okay. Oh, it's exclusive to the NES. That's why I don't know about it. Is that a way to prevent like Walking Dead in the NES version? Wait a minute. I glossed over what the track was up top. Okay. Maybe some of these scenes have more than one set of tracks. It's also possible. Oh, they do. Yeah, this one has more than one. Shit. So I'm gonna have to look more carefully then. Crap. That's barefoot. That's the same one. Damn. Yeah, that's right. Although the list is growing all the time. We have more than 12. We really actually have more than 12,000. We already did this one too because we went to the left, right? And so.
The fall from these rocks.
And this is, yeah, here. Okay. And there were no other tracks. There were no tracks here. Huh? No. All right. So there was an area to the right which we didn't do. Oh, not to mention down too. Yeah. Okay. Oh, here we go. We found it, I think.
A match. A perfect match. Hardacre was here last night with the crown.
Oh, it's Hardacre's ghost. Professor, can you hear me? Can you see me? Oh, he's pointing us the way to Tipperary.
Hardacre, wait! What happened to you?
He had a nasty tumble. Oh, there's the crown.
I should hide this and hide it.
So maybe Hardacre. So Hardacre hit it before he got killed. All right, we got the crown back.
Please, will you stop that and talk to me? Look, we need to talk.
There's nothing to say.
Oh, this is all the same stuff before. Wait, what is wrong with the crown? Hang on.
There's something wrong with the crown.
Well, you wanted it.
I didn't look at
I
it.
know, but now I have it.
Don't tell her
I
that.
just want to put it back.
What's stopping you?
The Guardians. They won't let it rest.
What guardian?
What guardian?
Yeah.
The figures. Nothing but shadows. They won't let me go back.
We didn't even try to go back.
Hardacre is dead.
I blame ourselves.
How? We did nothing.
It's the same.
What happened?
Evil.
We can still put the...
How?
Yeah, it's still the same.
Please, will you stop that and talk
So why
to
they
me?
teleport us here?
There's nothing to say.
This can end. All of it.
How? Are things not bad enough?
Tonight. It ends tonight. We can stop this.
Stop what? There's a killer in this town.
I think it was the Guardians. Maybe even the ghosts of the Aegis themselves. But, one way or another, we are breaking this curse tonight.
What can we do?
A seance. A seance to end them all. I'm going to
Oh,
contact
God.
the owner of the crown.
What? He must have died. I don't know.
1,000 years ago. Almost to the date. Perfect.
You're serious?
Definitely. Meet me tonight. Midnight. At the cottage.
Yes, I'll help you. We have to try.
Oh, are we going to advance to the night?
Home, sweet home. For the time being.
VPN, you'd rather play this than Cannon Fodder, you mean, I assume. Right? And Power Golf. So they threw us back here. Does that mean, can we just sleep to the evening? I didn't even try to go back to carrying wood. I would have liked to have at least tried. Alright, thanks Nick, appreciate it. Thanks for the raid. Congratulations on Maniac Mansion. Now we can't sleep. Are we gonna hide the crown in the same spot again? That'd be amazing. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, we don't have any new evidence. This would be the best thing. If we could store it in the same place where it got robbed to begin with. Oh, we want to look at it to see what was wrong with it. Okay, it's the same stuff. Looks the exact same as before. Not different at all. You can put it back?
No, I
Okay.
need somewhere more secure.
All right, I guess it's gonna be. I guess the safe in the basement. That's why he was like 3, 4. What was the number? Oh, that would have been tremendous.
Eyes watching.
Yeah, you saw those security cameras up there, fool. He's learning.
Eyes.
Do you have eyes watching in the basement? Alright, I do need to turn the lights to access the safe.
What was?
Okay. There we go. Can we go to bed now? Oh, there's orb activity.
I feel somebody watching from the darkness.
Did they see the combination? You didn't even close it. Look, the safe looks ajar. Oh, that's the handle. Okay. Doesn't the door look? Yeah.
I feel somebody.
Oh, turn on the light. Oh, they turned off the light. I couldn't interact with it. Ooh. How did I get that from the water? What?
Dearest mother, I fear for my life. I should never have come to this dreadful place. Edward's dealings, as always, lies, theft, and shadowy dealings. I should have stayed where I belong, in Andalusia, with you and my beloved brothers. I fear my time is nearing an end, for I have poison running in my veins. I suspect Edward himself is attempting to rid himself of my company. I have kept a diary of events leading to my predicament and hidden the book somewhere safe. I found a secret place after listening carefully to Edward's movements around the cottage. The key is his namesake, Molina, the windmill.
Oh, the thing in the banister?
For days I wondered, while bedridden with this illness, why he paced the balcony and hallway. Now I know. There is a mechanism or locking device built into the fabric of the cottage. I have heard strange clicking, mechanical sounds. Firstly, I heard Edward on the balcony beyond the bedroom door. I thought he came to wish me well, but it was not to be. A few moments later, I heard this sound again, from the cottage living room. What is he up to? Then I heard the sound yet again, from the foot of the staircase. I thought Edward may be bringing me some water, but he did not ascend. Lastly, I heard a final, deeper sound from beneath the boards directly under my bed. What is going on? Christina.
De Molina.
Thanks, Christina. Is that your ghost who gave me your diary? Yes. Thank you, Christina. So I guess we have to look at the window. Oh, we're passing through a solid wall now? Ain't no thing.
Changed.
Yeah, the wall is back. So there are actually windmills here too. I think these... Oh yeah, here we go. It's probably the one under the... Oh, maybe we have to hit multiples of them. Interesting. Okay. And then there's one here. That's 2. I think there might be one at the top of the stairs as well. Yep, 3. I wonder if it matters what order we hit them in. Are there any others? I don't think so.
There's
Oh, what did he say? There's nobody there.
there's nothing. Just space.
I don't think there are any in the bedroom, but take a look. Oh, yeah. I know, life's terrible. Or the afterlife, whatever the case may be. Alright. Yeah, I don't think there were anything there. So maybe... It seems like it should be this one, but I can't interact with that otherwise. Meaning I can't use an item on it. I've got to... Based on that icon. Oh, there's one here too. Alright, that's 4. So I wonder if the order matters. Probably not, but... Oh, there could be one in the bathroom or the other room. See, we can see ones here, but you can't click on those. Alright, let's go to the pantry.
No one has been through there for decades.
Really? Oh, that plate is no longer broken. So yeah, it's definitely back
This
in
has
time.
changed.
Yes, it has.
This is...
Oh. You sure that's not a windmill there?
No one...
No one's been there through decades.
No one...
Alright.
This has changed.
Okay, are we able to... No, they're not going to let us... Oh, wait, can we go in the bathroom? Oh, no, I already hit this. So there's got to be a way... Maybe the problem is it's not staying in. So I just hit that again. Okay, I can't hit that photo anymore.
That's not right.
Oh, yes, it
What's
is.
happened to this?
You went back in time and it reconstructed itself. Alright, the windmill. You paste the balcony in the hallway. Mechanism or locking device built into the fabric of the cottage. I've heard strange clicking mechanical sounds. So first... Okay, so it does matter the order, maybe. First, the balcony beyond the bedroom door. I thought he came to wish me well. Then you heard the sound again from the cottage living room, so that's the bottom of the stairs. Oh, from the foot of the staircase. Okay, so maybe it's like the one up top. Alright, so I think the order does matter. So we've got to do the hallway one first. So I think we got to do this one first. Then we do the one that's by the, Ah, see that? Wait, did that one stay in place? No. Then this one. Then at the foot of the staircase, then I guess that one would be last. Ah, see, it popped back out, which I don't like, but... Hopefully if we hit this one here, then something would happen, but... Yes! Does that mean this door opened again? No. Alright, so where do we think the secret passage is? Oh, maybe it's the door that no one has been through in decades. Maybe it's in here. Yep. Nice. We found her journal. Somewhere secret and safe. And buggy.
March 23rd, 1952. It is so dark. I could see nothing of the town, my new home in the gloom, which lowered to meet me this afternoon. Edward promises that this town has brighter days, but I am not so sure. The cottage is quaint if basic, and will need a few female touches here and there.
Cassette King, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
I will need more light if I am to continue my embroidery. Oh, there is so much to do. Edward took me to the local inn, the Bear. I was nervous but tried my best to impress. My husband has a friend by the name of Gruel. I did not take to the man. He seemed to scrutinize me with his small, shifty eyes. He spoke briefly to me, mentioning how his wife, Jemima...
Oh my god. Well, they put here Jemina, but later Jemima. So not only is Mr. Gruel like undead or whatever in the modern time, but that Jemima doll was actually his wife, and maybe like the soul of his wife was in that doll. And everything. Oh god.
Would care to meet me, but I felt his words were false and even ever eager. Edward and he then slipped into the darkened bar to the rear to discuss their dealings in trade and antiquities. Mr. Gruel seemed to be crossed with my husband. I had hoped Edward's troubles would have been left behind in Spain. While looking for distractions, I noticed a sad lady by the name of Rose.
Ninja Nanny.
She seemed lost in her thoughts and gazed longingly at an equally sad-looking gentleman by the name of Robert.
Bob Tawny.
I inquired of Edward as to why these souls would seem so sad. The poor couple had lost their son, drowned in the murky waters beyond the harbor mere days beforehand. March 24th, 1952. My first impressions were correct. Saxton is a dark, cold, damp, and depressing town. The local people are distant and lonely. I do not wish to stay, but feel I must not disappoint Edward. He has made such efforts. March 29th, 1952. I am sick to my core. How many days have I been bedridden?
5.
I cannot bring myself to eat nor work. My embroidery will have to wait until I am better. Edward cares for me the best he can, but I miss my mother, her warmth and comfort. April 7th, 1952. My hair has begun to thin. Could my journey have brought about such horrors? Could a town, the town of Saxton, cause such terrible things?
Yes.
I am weak, too weak to return home. I listen to Edward each evening, arguing with the revolting Gruel. It appears Edward is trading goods with the man, treasures from the area, which have no reason to be found, let alone sold to the man with the small, shifty eyes. April 17th, 1952. Edward is taking me to the hospital. My condition has worsened. What is causing my ailment? I am the only person to suffer such ills. Could Edward know more? My thoughts betray my love, but I am so afraid. Why would my husband wish me harm? I will discuss these matters with the doctor on the morrow. This humble diary will be my record. April 25th, 1952. I crawled from my bed this afternoon. I feel so weak, so sick, so lonely. I will write home to Mother and request she come as soon as possible. The cottage itself reeks of death. I will hide my diary in the pantry. Edward has sealed the space with an ingenious lock to hide away his stolen treasures. I, too, find a use for that secret place. A terrible odor drifts up from the floorboards. I fear it is the smell of death. Please, please do not let this be the final sign of my own demise. Please, please, I want to live, to breath, to love again. Oh, Mother, please hurry, for I fear the darkness may be closing in.
The other pages appear to be blank.
Yeah, I think she died. Jeez.
Christina! Edward did not poison you. He caused you no harm. Your husband was innocent. You must move on. You can leave together.
She took our word for it? She believed us? Alright, back in the present day.
A vision, an echo from the past, the present, the future.
Maybe both. Alright, let's get a save in here. Curious and curious. Alright, why don't we actually take the break here because I know we were 6 minutes out anyway, but this is a natural point to take the break. And Sue's knocking at the door. Is it Lucy? Lucy Rubens. Oh, all of a sudden, magically, our gear is back? Our ghost hunting gear. It is Lucy Rubens.
Thank you for coming.
I didn't know whether I could or should.
Do you want to see the crown?
No, I never want to see it.
Ooh.
I believe we can put things right.
With a seance.
Are you going to answer that?
Telephone. Nigel
It's
Danvers.
impossible. There's no connection.
Well, someone wants to say hello. Just answer it.
Oh, and Snatcher, thank you for the gift subs. It's nice that. It's Adamski, say good Nick. And Kitty Magic, 1981. Thanks so much, Snatcher. Appreciate it.
Hello? Is someone there?
Nigel, I'd like to speak to Miss Rubens, if you please.
That's also Nigel's voice, Jonathan Boakes.
Yes, this is she. Who's on the line? I don't know you, sir, but you obviously... Yes, he is. We were about to begin the séance, but... Very well.
Lucy, what's he saying? What does Haddon want?
Oh,
Yes.
right, Haddon.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I understand.
Hang up, Lucy. Hang up the phone.
She's getting brainwashed.
What's going on? What did Haddon want?
It was strange. He said...
He said what, Lucy?
He said to pull you back when the time was ready.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. My head, it hurts.
Lucy?
Let's get on, shall we? I'll man the cameras. You start at the scene of the crime.
Why there?
Why not? It was where Hardacre first saw the crown.
It's worth a shot.
Alright, so we're going up to our room where it was stolen.
Lucy, anything on the surveillance?
There's a mild source, but it's very weak.
Usually when she says that is when shit starts happening.
Yes. Yes. There's definitely something. Wait, it's getting stronger.
You got aggered.
Yes. Yes. There's definitely something.
Is the shape still visible?
The charge, the power. You can sense it in the air.
Hardacre. Professor.
This thing is going mad. Quick, come and see.
I love how that ambient cough always played the whole game. Well, it's not coming and seeing, it's just going to a different surveillance spot.
What noise? I didn't hear. There's something or someone. No. What is that?
It's Hardacre. He's heading for the crown.
Even in death, he wants that crown.
I'll get the crown.
You knew where it is. See, you should have worn it this whole time. You should have worn it. It's already good.
Nigel, be careful. That thing is beyond explanation. Nigel.
Please, if you can hear me.
Nigel, come back. Please, step away.
I never meant any harm. It's my fault. It is me that you want. I wish I'd never found you.
Nigel. Can you hear me? Nigel, open your eyes. Oh no. Nigel. Breathe. Nigel.
Gunwolf.
So apparently we got the seance without actually having to conduct a seance. We got the desired result though. And now we're back in the tin mine. Gunwolf Kingdom. Oh look, even Lucy's there.
Lucy Rubens. The Rector. Nanny Noah.
Ninja Nanny Noah.
Alex Rubens.
George.
Mr. Russet. Catherine Carswell. Rhys Branwen. Robert Carswell. Professor Oogle. Professor Hardacre. Bob Tawny.
Oh, you can't look at the kid? Our rival in the Saxon Snapper competition?
Nancy Brewer. Station Master.
He never has a name.
Mr. Groom. Morgan Mankell.
I wonder if this is going to be like one of those things where the whole town is going to disappear off the face of the map once all said and done. Alright, the crown. Put it back. Again, that sound effect isn't matched.
It's my fault. It is me that you want.
Nigel asking to be killed.
Hello.
Ah, here you are.
I'm sorry.
I know. Is it done?
Yes, Ganwolf has his crown.
Where did you go?
I don't know. Neither here nor there. Just somewhere.
I thought I'd lost you. Was it the past?
No, I don't think so. It felt eternal.
That's what Mr. Haddon said.
Haddon? When? Last night?
Yes, he said it felt eternal, forever.
All stories have an end, but I've been wondering.
Should I join you?
Yes, how did you know?
That's the thing. Mr. Haddon has already asked.
So we are both his pawns now.
Well, I've nothing better to do.
To the future.
To the future.
Ah, Susan.
Yes. To the future.
So he recruited Lucy last year. Oh, the end! We made it. Cast, Nigel Danvers, Jonathan Brooks. We had Matt Clark, the station master, Lorraine Marsh, Nanny Noah, Emma Harris, Lucy Rubens. PC Bob? Oh, police constable. Bob Bear? That's a great name, Bob Bear. Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint, guys. It was not 36 hours. They promised 36 hours of gameplay, but it's only 34 hours, 21 minutes. Oh, Matt Clark also did Professor Hardacre. Clemens Coring also did multiple characters. Tawny Owl? Someone has the last name of Owl? That's incredible. Morwenna Turrets. These are some great names in the cast here, oh my god. Camo Bear. Look at that. Yeah. Nobody knows who voiced Mr. Haddon. That was obviously Jonathan Boakes. Town Cats, Blackie and Smudge, Howls, Grunts, Whispers, and Wheezes, various members of the cast. So we never found out what was behind the locked doors of the post office. We never found that out. Really? You had a cat named Smudge? Matt Clark had marvelous particle inventions. He also voiced several members of the cast. So yeah, there is the sequel, which Kitty just picked, The Last Crown, Midnight Horror. Again, I like the premise of the game a lot, but I think there are unfortunately some pretty significant problems with the game design and the hotspot implementation. I like the look of the game a lot. And then the voice acting was also very poor. So kind of made the character seem not invested in the game at all. Unfortunately. My Dune! Thank you for the $30 tip. Appreciate it. Thank you, my Dune.
Wait for my next pick. Nigel will be back. Heh.
So does he also is that a teaser for Darkfall? Does he show up in the Darkfall series? I don't think we've had any of the Darkfall games picked yet. I don't believe so. I'll look quickly. I mean, Kitty just picked the Last Crown Midnight Horror. Oh no, I'm incorrect. My Dune's already picked Darkfall the Journal. My bad. The first Darkfall game is picked. It is on the viewer queue, but yeah. I guess Darkfall Lights Out is the next one. Or no, that's after Lights Out. So, okay, Lights Out is the next one. Probably. Yeah, so, I mean, this is a game that could have been... From the problems we had with the puzzles near the end, which made no sense. But then we had the pixelating issues earlier, was also not good.
300 congrats.
Oh, thanks so much, X-Model. Thank you for the 7 months. And yes, thank you for those congratulations. So yes, that does mark 300 games down in the Adventure Quest. Took the better part of 6 years. Not quite 6 years, but almost 6 years. But it is a nice milestone indeed. So yeah, I mean, I think the other problem is the game was just too long. I mean, I know it promised 36 hours. This would have done better as maybe in the 12 to 15 hour range. I mean, day 2 just dragged on, was interminable. So I felt there was too much collecting of the evidence, which didn't even matter, by the way. It's not even like Haddon looked at it, but too much recording the vocal clips and taking the photos. So it just seemed like that was needlessly repetitive. I think we got the idea after the second or third location. We didn't have to keep on doing that. I mean, I appreciate there was like a lot of backstory, but I'd be curious if we looked at it holistically, if all of the little parts of lore and the characters actually make sense. I'm not sure that it does, but in fairness, I haven't spent the time to now look at that and piece it all together. There's probably a lot that's sort of unexplained too. So we're never really like that last part where we're putting the crown back on Gonwolf suggests that all of the characters there are ghosts. So like the whole town is like a relic from the past. But then it does mix in the modern technology at parts. And Lucy, who was one of the ghosts that was there, turns out she was recruited. I don't know if she was, can you be recruited as like not a ghost, but like a person who doesn't age from 60 years ago? By the way, you can see, I see now on the cliff there on the top right, the man with the scythe is there. Yeah, it was very dragged out. It was dragged out. Oh, June, yeah, Kitty already picked that. Kitty picked that during the last break. The Midnight Hour has already been picked by Kitty. All right, so let's give it. Game did take 35 hours, though, in 21 minutes. We'll give out 35 hours for the. 35 hours. We'll give out 35 Cedrics for taking 35 hours. That was a longer one for sure. I don't think it quite made our top 10, though. It didn't, did it? I don't think it did. What's our number 10 game, longest game? Yeah, Black Dahlia is at 39.52. So it did not make the top 10. But it's probably in the top 20. Yeah, and then the third game in the series hasn't even been picked yet, but I guess the second game is more of a mini game. Yeah, that's why I was wondering whether you were talking about picking a Darkfall game, because I know Kitty already picked The Last Crown Midnight Hour. No. So I don't know, I mean, look, it wasn't the worst thing, but it was just, I don't know, I just felt very... I think the game looked cool, it was a cool premise, but it was just dragged out way too long. And between the bad voice acting, the problems with the hotspots. I mean, one of these three hints was a hotspot issue. That, and then the puzzle design was very. There wasn't enough context. There wasn't enough narrative context given, and the main character Nigel did not do enough of his. He did it in a few spots, but not nearly enough to help indicate to the player what his motivation was, what needed to be done. And so that led to also problems like wandering around. I mean, sometimes in games you wander around, right, trying to find something to do, but usually you know what you're trying to accomplish. But like reading his mind with the whole, oh god, that map situation, that was awful. Anyway, so yeah, but I did like, the sound design was actually super good. Even though voice acting was bad, the sound design was great. I liked the visual look of the game a lot. Some of the character models a little iffy, but like the overall, based on real photographs and the monochromatic look, I thought was super effective. I don't think it was particularly scary, though. I don't know if he was trying to be scary, but I didn't find it very... It was atmospheric, yes, but not scary, I would say no. Yeah, if we're half the length, it would have been better. Absolutely, agreed. Or even a little bit less than that. Yeah. You liked the bad voice acting? I just think it undermined the game. Like, he's like the first time he sees a ghost, like, in a game like this, that should be a major moment. Like, holy shit, ghosts are real and whatever, like all that kind of thing. He doesn't even have a reaction. He's like, can you see me? like, I don't know. I just thought that was... So I think that the voice acting really didn't, like, he was basically one note the whole game, regardless of what was happening. And then he also had like these weird pauses between anything he said, so I don't know. There was some interesting stuff with the game. I just don't think it didn't come together very well. That's just my own opinion and experience with it. It was different. I appreciate that it was different. So, oh, I was too slow. Well, did you see the things that I was stuck on? I mean, the music puzzle is the one thing where I acknowledge I'm definitely slower than most people, but what can I say? I'm tone deaf. Let's quit. We're gonna abandon our fate, which I guess we sort of meant. Alright, so all that said, let's head to our Olive Adventure. Bookcase number 2. We're gonna at game 300. 300 games in the books, put that up. The Lost Crown, put it up on the shelf. 300 games down. How about that?